The idea of AVAC came about when Jim Thuring and I moved to California. We were both employed by a company in Palo Alto called Chuck Thompson Swim School, and they had swimming lessons, and they also had a small fitness center. And that was kind of where it all started. To go many years later, from 1960 to 1974, I was living on the East Coast of the United States, and Jim, who had moved with me to California in 1960, was still in California, and he basically had taken the idea of the swim school to his own business in Almaden Valley, while he and his wife Linda taught school, and they ran a really successful summer swim school business. In 1974, I contacted him and I said, you know, I'm a little bit tired of the East Coast. I don't think I'm going anywhere with this company, and I kind of want to know what you're doing on your career path. What are you and Linda doing? He said, well, we just made a deposit on a piece of property on Camden Avenue. We're going to build a swimming school. And I said, you're what? I said, how are you going to do it? He said, I don't know. I have no idea how we're going to do this. And I said, well, maybe I could help. So I said to him, I said, you know, here's what we really should do. The swim school is a great base. You have lessons you can do year-round. That's one thing. But what if we incorporate the fact that today, in 1974, there are health clubs for fitness, there are racquetball for racquetball, there's tennis clubs for tennis, and there's most of the tennis clubs have swimming pools. What if we incorporated this all under one roof and made it what's called a family athletic club? And the goal and the vision was really where families could do everything under one roof together, and you'd have swimming lessons, you'd have people using exercise, doing exercise, you'd have people playing racquetball, and you'd have people doing tennis. So in 1974, I moved my family from the East Coast back to California and embarked on raising money to build this athletic club that we had talked about. Even to this day, no one really has a family athletic club that really their niche is families like we are in this part of the South Valley. We had, I think, 13 tennis courts, of which I think 9 were lighted, and we took out 2 tennis courts to build what was the Thuring dream and my dream as well, a indoor year-round swim school. And that was, without a doubt, the biggest and most noteworthy change that we made in all of the years of business, because our swimming school not only teaches a life sport, but it brings a lot of families here to the facility, and we love kids, and that was always from day one, is providing a life sport for children. The other changes that we've made, I mean, we've always stayed ahead of the trends. We were the first people to have step aerobics, first people to buy a life cycle bike, and it goes on and on and on, and we've always tried to do that. The reinvestments that we've made totally set us apart from anyone else, because most of the clubs that we compete with are chains, and they're not reinvesting dollars back into the club facility. I think the other thing that sets us apart is that we have people who have been here 25 and 30 years. I think that's very, very, very different than most clubs in the industry, and they're here because of that culture that our general manager has set. In looking into the future, and really has to do with continuing to be on the forefront of all programming, anything that's new, being a step ahead of competition. The vision is exact same thing as it was when we opened the club in 1976, and that vision is to provide a high quality facility where families can come together and do it all under one roof, whether it be swimming or tennis or laying in the sun or working out or exercising, a place where moms and dads and kids can be together and enjoy, make it a home away from home, if that's what you want to call it. That's my vision.